Hi, boys and girls. We're going to build a sentence today. We've been practicing this, and it gets easier and easier, doesn't it? Today you need 2 sheets of paper. You need this one that says My Sentences. So I will put it right here, just to keep it safe. And this one. The little worm is brown. And all of the words are here. The little worm is brown. We have some sight words. You say them. Which one is a sight word? One that we just remember. This one is, you're right. This is the word the. Another one we've worked on a lot is this one. Is, very good. Now, this is not on our sight word list yet, but it will be. Little. Little has a lot of letters, but I like it because when I see the letters, I can say l, it, ul. The sounds make sense. Little. That's a word we're going to need to know a lot, so it's going to be a sight word as well. There's also a color word. Can you find it? Brown. Brown's a color word. We need to learn those too, and we will. This there is a word that we can almost sound out. W. And you don't worry about the O. W-er-m. Worm. Worm. It's a hard one, but we can read it. And this here, that's punctuation. Which kind of punctuation? That's the period. That's right. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to stop the video, and I think you should too, and work on cutting out the pieces. When I'm finished doing my very best careful cutting, then I'll turn the video back on. Now, boys and girls, you can do this. I know you can cut this out. Some people, it will only take a few minutes. Some people, it will take a little longer. But you can do this. So if you need to take a break, but don't have anyone do it for you. It feels so good when you persist. Persist means you keep going forward and you do it yourself. So I will turn this back on when I'm done. Okay, I'm ready. And if you're back, you must be ready too. Well, first of all, this is the part that has the complete sentence on it. And parents, I think it is a good idea for your child to learn to touch under each word. The little worm is brown. It's great for them to practice looking at the word and tracking the print and using their finger, because if they're going, the little worm is brown, then they're not really tracking print, and that is important. Now, if your child is at a stage where they're going to need this in front of them, by all means, keep it there. But if you put it down and you say to your child, what did that sentence say? And they can repeat to you, the little worm is brown. Then maybe they are ready to be word detectives and figure out which word means what. So I am going to set this aside for the purpose of the rest of this lesson, because this, I think, is hitting the kids in the middle, okay? So I'm going to put up my words with my little magnets, and they're all mixed up. And maybe yours could be on the table in front of you. Actually, you know what? I'll put mine in front of me. And I'll tip my screen so you can see them. So here are my words. I'm going to turn them so I think you can see them the right way. Oh, that one right there is not a word. It's punctuation. And you know what? That one I already know is going to go at the end of my sentence. So on my board, I am going to put that at the very end. There. I knew that was true. Now, the next thing I'm thinking about is, what do you think the first word should be? Now, even if you don't remember the sentence, the first word in a sentence always starts with a capital letter. There is only one word here that starts with a capital letter. Go ahead and pick yours up. Lowercase b, lowercase w, lowercase I, capital T, that could be it. Lowercase l, T-H-E. What is that first word? The. Yes, and the sentence was, the little worm is brown, so the will be the first word. I'm going to keep trying to tip it. This is the beginning. Remember the rules of a sentence? They start with a capital, they end with a period. We've already got that. Now we have to figure out the middle. And the middle, yeah, we learned they have to have spaces, so we'll remember that. So the little. We looked really closely at that word little, didn't we? Do you see it? Little. There's only one word that starts with l. Now check it, okay? It. Lit. Oh, I think that's it. Little. So right here, space. The little worm. Oh, can you find it? W. Which letter would it be? W. So this is B. W. That could be it. And we know this word, right? Worm. It does have those sounds. Worm. The little worm. The little worm is. Is a sight word. Is. How do you spell it? Is. I-S. Do you see it? Of course you do. Right there. The little worm is. And what color was it? Brown. We only have one left. Check it. Brown. Brown. So there we go, boys and girls. We built the sentence. The little worm is brown. Nice job. Next step, the children should use a pencil, should pinch and tuck. Proper way of holding it is best. And make sure their other hand, when they're writing, is securing the paper on their table. Now I'm going to write it. I'm going to start with the. Capital T, H, E. Now, what I see happening is it's really tough for you to see it when I do it with a pencil. So that's why I am going to use my marker. You should use a pencil. I will do it again. Hold my paper. Capital T, H, E. Parents, remember how to fit it in the lines. Don't worry if your child does not, but when you do the rewrite, make sure that you're looking at the size the letters should be. Handwriting has become less important because of all the computers, so this may be one of the few times your children get lessons in this. So make sure that when you model it, that you're paying attention to the way we've practiced it all year. The little. I leave a space. It. Little. The little space. Worm. Worm. The little worm is finger space. Uh-oh, look what happened. I ran out of room. It happens sometimes. Now, parents, again, this is where you can evaluate. If you think it's going to confuse your child if they put brown here and then you recopy it, I wouldn't worry about it. But I think they'll be fine if we put brown here, because that is how writing works. We have to go back to the left side and then we put our period. So we've written it. The little worm is brown. Now, moms and dads, when you look at it, you make a decision. Gee, my child really needs to practice getting in those lines, or they know how to do it. I'll be honest, very few can do it independently. They do need some help with this. So as an adult, you would go through and you would practice it. If you want to do it with a highlighter, and then they can trace it, and they can write it themselves. Now that you can see it the second time, I am much more aware that I'm going to run out of room, so I'm fitting it in. You decide. Okay. Ooh, just barely. They could trace that if they want. And then there's always changing. What could we change? The big. We could take out little. The big worm is brown. They could take off little and brown. How could we change that? Now, even if your child isn't writing it, challenge them to change a word. The big worm is green. How about The little what is brown? The little mouse is brown. There are many more things you can change here. The little button is purple. Many things you could change. Challenge them to change it. Challenge them to take these cards when we're all done, put them with the other cards from the year. Hopefully by now you have quite a big box and they can practice some word building. Being able to manipulate sentences like this, even for children that can't write the words, is a great way to have them practice their reading skills. Some children last week took the word card. Mine went right through, but they glued it to the back and they drew their own picture of it. This is a great lesson that can be manipulated many, many ways. So I hope you and your child have a great time doing it and that they learn a lot. Thank you. See you soon. Let's try this.